Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Jack Remington of the Jack Remington NFL channel. It's 4:08 p.m. We just got back online. My wife and I, well, mostly her, I drove her down there. We had to go get a Netgear router and modem kit. She spent 2 hours of her expertise fixing it, and she's on the phone with this company, that company, Spectrum, everything else. So now we're back online. And it's Saturday, the day before the football games, October 22nd. I'm sorry I didn't even shave. I did do some homework. I always do the bad news first, and then we'll get to the good stuff. The bad news, I got eliminated on my survivor pool. I had Tampa Bay Bucs, and they got beat by the Steelers. That knocked out 7 of the last, 7 of the 11 people. There's 4 people left in the survivor pool, and they all 4 of them emailed me and texted me, what happened? And they were worried about me for some reason. I said, I do this every year. I can't seem to win the survivor pool. But that's okay. That's fine. Out, between the 2 pools, I'm at $100. Whoop-de-doo. It was good entertainment. And I said on the video, if you watch my videos, I should have picked a different game. That's on me. And I said the Steelers could win this game. They've lost 4 in a row. Tampa's got some distractions, so it's on the video. Because of time constraint, and I'm going to do very little editing, I'm going to get this tape cut out the first seconds. We can hear the chair squeaking and the static. I'll cut that out, but I got to let everything else run because I can't cut out the ums and ahs and the pauses, and my brain freezes and whatever. So I got some notes here. I got a couple screenshots. The bad news is, I got knocked out of the survivor pool. And it's kind of bad news. In the Soup Contest Simulator with Fish saying on pregame.com, it's the Super Contest Simulator. I did go 3 wins and 2 losses, but my 2 losses I'm not happy. I'm not happy with. I'm at 17 wins for the year. I'm in the top 62%. It's not too bad. I'm better than 2 out of 3 people. And I'll put the leaderboard up here. Let me get that really quick here. The leaderboard. We have a guy. Big Tasty Muffin, he's got 23, so I'm 6 wins behind him. He's got a whole week ahead of me, but if I can put it together and run in a couple weeks, I'll catch him. I know you guys may not even believe this, but when I go on runs, I go on big runs. I mean, I'll peel off 5 4-1s and then a couple of 5-0s. Next thing you know, I'm in the race. Last year I started out that way. I had a 3-2, then a 4-1, and 2 5-0s. I mean, I was in first place. Then the second half of the season, I started taking 3-2, 2-3, 2. 1, 2, and 2, 1, 3, and 1. It starts skidding. And my 2 losses that I want to talk about, I won't spend a lot of time because I'm trying to keep the video short. I got to really move fast. We're having intermittent problems. They're still coming out Tuesday. And let me get this out of the way once and for all. Okay. I don't care what business you're in. I don't care if you're in commodities trading, cryptocurrency, which I know nothing about. Crypto. This is just Dogecoin, Elon Musk, and what's it called? Bitcoin. I'm afraid of it. I'm a dinosaur. I can't use my own cell phone properly. I'm a dinosaur. Okay, but dinosaurs survive for our science teacher took his arm. He took his arm, and as long as the Earth has been alive, the dinosaurs ruled all the way up to your end of your pinky tip. Then the Holocaust or whatever, the asteroid hit the Earth, wiped out the Earth's planet, the one of the extinctions, the 6 extinctions that we've had on this planet. Human beings only been on the planet for maybe the tip of your fingernail. So I'm a dinosaur. We survived for eons, and we had to have some skill to survive. So we do have some skills. I should put that on YouTube. But anyway, they're still coming out Tuesday because we're having network problems. I was trying to do a political video a couple weeks ago, and the power and the electricity came back on, but the internet didn't. So we were a day when didn't think anything. Long story short, we got connectivity problems. And the guy gets here, I'll take a photo of him. I might even get him on camera if I can talk him into it. And why am I saying this on a football video? Because your credibility. You have to have credibility. I don't care what business you're in. I don't care if you're selling drugs on the street, which I don't recommend. I don't care if you're a crackerjack, you break into houses and steal jewelry, or you're a safe cracker, rob banks. You're a soldier of fortune. You go to foreign countries for hire and you shoot and assassinate people. They shot the Abe in Japan 6 months ago. Any business, you got to have credibility. Okay, let's talk about some legitimate businesses. You're a banker, you're a politician, whatever business secretary, whatever your business is in, you got to have credibility. I don't care what business you're in. And I'm on YouTube and I'm trying to get credibility. So when I tell people, hey, look, I haven't had a video in 5 weeks on my political channel. I lost 2 subscribers. I picked up 3 without making a video in 5 weeks. It's never happened to me in all years I've been on YouTube. So that's what credibility can get you. They know I'm going to bounce back. They know I'm going to figure it out. So let's see if we can figure out these football games. I got the bad news out of the way. I got bumped out of the second 2 weeks in a row. Both my survivor pools, I'm gone. The fun pool for $5, which is including the 100 I was just talking about. I had to pick a team, so I picked Green Bay over the Jets, and I thought I might lose that game. But for $5, I didn't care. So I'm no more survivor. I told people in an earlier video I was going to still do what I did like last year and keep tracking the survivors, see how far I would have went. And last year, the Jets got me bumped out. Whenever they beat the Bengals, they were 17.5 point chalk at home. The Jets won 1 game all year long. Here's the Bengals fighting for a spot. They're looking good with Joe Burrow. And they were up by 11 points with 6 minutes left in the game. They lost the game. Knocked me out of the pool. And I was so mad, I kept track, and I won every game after. So I'm not going to do this year. I'm out of the pool. I'll worry about the pool next year. More time for us for now. Then the other bad news is, I had the Saints and the Jaguars, and there's a screenshot here. Look at the red circle, and you'll see it. The guy above me, Dave, he only had 2 losses. He's got 19.5 wins. He's in the leaderboard. So I didn't get any ground on him. But Tony, he's the next person down under me. If you get the whole spreadsheet, you see like there's 120 of us. And I'm stuck in the middle.
Hey.
Hi, come on in. I'm filming. I said good things about you. You set the Netflix up. I had to show him the box in here. Anyway, Tony, I feel bad for the guy, but I can't feel bad for him. It's a contest. He only got 1 right here. He got 4 wrong. He lost to the Dolphins. He lost to the Bucs. He lost to the Saints. He lost to the Panthers. So, go ahead. What did you want?
Let's finish your filming.
You can talk.
Not on camera.
Oh, well, anyway. Hey, listen, but 3-2 is not bad. Most of the people had a losing week. And there's a couple guys here that went 0-5. So I don't feel that bad. So I won with the Giants, I won with the Patriots, and I won with the Bills. And the Bills is the one I thought I might lose because, let's face it. I mean, I don't think much of Andy Reid, but I think Mahomes is pretty damn good. I mean, I like Patrick Mahomes. I like what Kansas City does a lot of things well on offense. Defense, not so much. Special teams, they can be beat like anybody else. So I got 5 games this week, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I got to keep it running. And my wife was talking about something, and I'll say it's on camera right in front of her. Happy wife, happy life. So you got when you got a good woman, you got to keep her happy. And I'm trying to say in rotational order here. Pick number 1. And this week I'm gonna do something different. I know. This is a do as I say, not as I do. Well, wait till you hear my teasers, and then you can really flip me the bird. Pick number. It's good teams versus the bad teams. The hell with being the big favorite, the big glass smashing David. There's 3 times I was going to pull the trigger, and I've done 1. 2 of them on the Bills, and I won them both. I forgot the other team I was going to pick, and I would have had 3 wins to take the Saints and the Jags, teams that are kind of on the fringe. Although I think Jacksonville still has a chance. Pick number 1, we're taking the Buccaneers -11. They're at Carolina. I think Carolina's the worst team in football. I understand they traded McCaffrey, the best offensive player they've had in the last 5 years, and they traded him to the 49ers. Really? Well, we'll talk about the 49ers in a bit, and we'll want them other picks. I think this thing with Tom Brady, the mainstream media has turned to a bunch of bitches. They're picking on Tom Brady because wife's she left. Someone told me she left 2 weeks ago or something because he's got teenage boys now, and he's got 2 teenage boys and a teenage girl, all with different women. Whatever. I don't care about that.
He needs to be home with his family.
Did you hear from a woman? And I put the screenshot on the phone. Maybe if I think about it, I'll put it next week. But if you're a female on the big chat relay. Like the first 10 females I saw with a female name and a female avatar, they all were on Giselle's side. And the guys like us were on Tom Brady's side. We understand he's a football player. That's what he does. He probably can't do anything else. I'm taking it for Tom Brady. I love Tom Brady. He's my hero. Well, anyway, but I'm going to call him out. Because he should not have yelled at his lineman when he took that sack in that game when they got their ass beat last week against the Steelers. I mean, and he's young, and the lineman should have said, you're off for your wedding and you didn't go through the last 2 walkthroughs. And people think, well, what's a walkthrough? Well, I played football. I played sports. I've been involved with sports all my life, and especially football. Walkthrough is almost as important as your pad working Wednesday and Thursday. Walkthrough, you're going through your final schematics, how you're going to block so-and-so. When your defensive team, your intra squad, you have both your teams on your practice field, and they say, look, this guy, he's gonna spin rush you this way from right to left. The defensive tackle is going to bull rush it while he's doing. I mean, the moving the chess pieces is not just a bunch of overgrown men just grunting it out like Neanderthals. I mean, football has got the most strategy, and coaching is the most important. And Tom Brady decides to go to Robert Kraft's wedding. I mean, he doesn't even play for Robert Kraft anymore. I mean, he left Robert Kraft. I'm surprised he even got invited to the wedding. And if I was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer lineman, I'd be pissed too. I mean, I know Tom Brady's a great quarterback. He's a great player, but you know what? Who the f- do you think? Who in the heck do you think? I'll bleep that off. Who do you think he is? Well, I mean, he may be a football god, but you're still part of the team. You need your lineman to protect your ass. Remember that movie, The Longest Yard, with Burt Reynolds? So the cons are playing the cops or in the football game, and if they win this game, they get 5 years off their freedom. I forgot what there was a prize for the end of the game, or maybe they were playing for Friday. I don't remember, but I remember the movie. The first couple plays, the lineman let the cop sack him, and Burt goes, "Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe I deserve that. Yeah, you deserve that. But for us, we got to win this game." And the stakes were high for whatever it was, and they want to win in the game. And they started blocking for him. The linemen are protecting your ass. They got to know that you got their back too. It's a two-way street, and Tom Brady did not do that last week. He should have apologized and told his teammates before the game, "Hey, I'm sorry I had to do this. Maybe I should have done it, but I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I won't do it again. Be part of the team." I saw the replay. I couldn't watch the games last weekend, and my wife knows all about that. I had to work, right? There was a reason why I couldn't watch the games last weekend, and I talked about it on the video. But I saw the highlights a couple of days later. I thought, what is this? But I'm taking the Bucs because they're gonna show the world. Now we're gonna start playing some serious ball. Carolina, they're mailing it in. What would you do if you were a Carolina Panther? You'd mail it in. Bucs minus 11. I know I haven't done that in a long time. Be this big favorite, but Goliath kills David 999 times out of 1,000. You hear about David versus Goliath because at one time David threw the rock, hits him in the head, and stuns him enough where he can chop his head off. So the one time he wins, little David, the big underdog wins. That's when you hear about it because it's not supposed to happen. Next, Goliath. I'm the Goliath better on the next game. Green Bay minus 5. They're at the Washington Commanders. Green Bay's had two bad games in a row. Matt LaFleur he caught a touch of the flu and had jet lag. He missed not one, but two practices at the meeting. He missed two practices with his players in the meeting with his coaches while they were preparing for that game in London. And they got stomped by the Giants. But they're going to suck that up, and I think Aaron Rodgers is tired of hearing the crap from these little bitches on the media. And he's going, you know what? I'm still Aaron Rodgers. We're still Green Bay. We're going to suck it up. They have an elite defense when they play right. And this is their get-right game. I know they're on the road. I'm laying the 5. Next game, the summer line, preseason line, had Denver minus 7.5 in this game. And it's now the Jets plus 1 because Russell Wilson is now out. This line gets posted on Wednesday. I'm taking advantage. I'm taking the Jets plus 1. I wasn't taking the Jets regardless. Now the Jets are favored. I just saw the Jets by 3 online. I just saw it 5 minutes ago before we got online here. So I'm taking the Jets. All the Broncos elite defense, elite my ass. Derek Carr shredded them for almost 400 yards. And then they had a 10-0 lead against Justin Herbert. And even though he didn't throw a touchdown pass, he shredded them and they won the game. And I'll get to that in a bit. For game number 4, San Francisco got Caffrey now. He's got another running back from Carolina. He's had to prove himself. We're taking the 49ers plus 2.5. That's my wife's favorite team, the 49ers plus 2.5. She's cheering me on here. And I know host Kansas City's got a little hangover from that tough loss to the Bills. And I know we won the Bills last week, and I handicapped the game right. But, when I win, it's some skill but some luck, too. Kansas City could have won. The game was winnable for Kansas City. They make a stop. When Buffalo's got that ball, they win the game. So it's either they do or they don't. Buffalo made the play, and then Kansas City didn't do it when they got the ball back. Buffalo stops them. And Buffalo's a great team. I think 49ers have still got the bad taste in their mouth at the Super Bowl, and I'm hoping they defend me on that Super Bowl loss. We're babysitting our granddaughter, and we turned the game off with 5 minutes to go, and my son-in-law, so how's it feel to lose the game? I said, what are you talking about? He goes, the Kansas City won. I thought he was teasing me. And we turn on the game, and we see the Kansas City holding up the Lombardi Trophy. I said, what's this? We're watching our granddaughter. She's a brand new baby. Watching. She's a 1-year-old. Well, like I told you in other videos, They were celebrating with 10 minutes left in the game. They thought they had the game won. They had sacked Mahomes and to intercept him a second time. They had the game under control. But Tyreek Hill, zing, twice. But we're taking the 49ers. And I know they're banged up, but you know what? They got pride. And I think they got the better coach. Now, the guys on covers.com and the other sites I listen to, they think that Reid's a better coach than Shanahan. Shanahan's a chowderhead too, but he's better than Andy Reid, and he's going to prove it. Game number 5, last game. You know I follow the Patriots religiously. And Bill Belichick's my favorite coach. It's New England -8. We're losing some value here because the line got down to 7. I saw 1.6.5 on one of the offshore things in Costa Rica, wherever it is. But they're playing the Bears. They're home. New England's on a roll. Belichick is really good at stopping these guys, the quarterbacks, the marginal quarterback, these first-year coaches and stuff. So I think New England's going to do it. I don't think the Bears are even going to score. He might pitch another shutout, had 2 shutouts in a row. Belichick, he's got his defense around him in good shape. I like New England's chances. Another Goliath smashing down on the defenseless David. Really quick, unders have been hitting for like 65% with almost 2 out of 3 games this year. And really quick, while I got the thing up here, and I'll put the graphics at the very end, there was 4 teams that ran for over 200 yards, and he beat their opponent by a landslide, rushing, and they all lost. Saints 225 versus 75. Bears 237 versus Washington 128. Jacksonville, we lost with them. Jacksonville 243 versus the Colts 45 yards rushing. Baltimore Ravens 211 versus the Giants 83. But guess what? Those 4 teams that had the 200, they all lost. So what's that telling us? The NFL is slowly changing, and we're going to have to figure out what that is. I mean, you have to be a student enough to see that. Justin Herbert for the Chargers, 37 for 57. No touchdowns to winning the game. Now, you'll see on Twitter, you'll see another one that Murray did it too for Arizona. But all these teams that throw 57 times, no touch, they lost the games. This team is the first time in NFL history, 104 years, that threw 57 passes and won the game. No touchdowns. Justin Herbert did it. Another stat I saw, Trevor Lawrence became the first quarterback in NFL history to lose a football game with 20-plus passing attempts, 90% completion percentage. So he was 20 of 22. No turnovers, no interceptions, 3 total touchdowns, and 130 years of football. This is the first and only time it's ever happened. So 2 records were set this last week in the NFL football by great quarter. I mean, I like Justin Herbert, and I like Trevor Lawrence. I like the Jacksonville Jaguars. So and my teasers, I got my teaser picks really quick because my wife's staying here to give me the look. I won all 3 of my teasers last week. I mean, I'm having a phenomenal year with units, like entertainment only, right? And I won all 3 of my teasers. This week, 16 teaser. And I'll type this in the description because I won't have time to put it in the video. The first teaser, Browns +12, Packers +1. That's the first teaser. Second one, this is a DAISNAID. Almost you spell forward and backward except the S and N are switched. Okay, do as I say, not as I do. And I won both those last week, and I'm going to do it again. 8-point juice minus 8-point teaser minus $1.40 juice. Do as I say. Don't do this. Leave it to me. Don't do as I do because I know I have the experience. I think if I absorb this 140 loss, it's on me. I don't want you following taking these dangerous plays. So having said that, the 8-point teaser, I got the Buccaneers -3, 11 down to 3, and I got the Pats even, knock off the 8 points. Okay, now I got a 7-point teaser minus $1.30 juice. I don't care if you do them or not. Okay, we got the Jets +8 and Jacksonville +5, and I'll make sure I type this in the description for you. I'm going to cut this short because my wife's standing here. She's got some really important. She spent over 2 hours getting her. She needs the internet for her job too, so. She saved her asses. I really appreciate her. She's one of my other videos if you look at the other channel, but just don't watch the political channel. You got to like it. I mean, we're about football. Great day to be an American. Long the NFL, the best hobby, the best sport in America. And stay within your means, entertainment only. And I'll be back next week. Thank you.